Shane van Gisbergen was supposed to be a road course specialist, and only a road course specialist. That was the story for 3 straight seasons, but over the last 2 weeks, something has changed, and it's already shaking up the Chase picture. Here's what's going on. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation news is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with why this is such a big deal. Shane van Gisbergen earned the label of NASCAR's road course GOAT after roughly a dozen starts on road and street courses, and he won half of them. From 2023-2025, SVG made 12 road course starts against 38 starts everywhere else. On the road courses, he had 6 wins, an average finish of 7.6, and a driver rater of 121.9. But here's the thing. On everything else, the ovals, it was a completely different story. His average finish sat at 25-0 with an adjusted points plus index of just 48, meaning he was 52% worse than the Cup average out there. And it wasn't just a small gap. Among every modern era driver dating back to 1972, nobody had a bigger split between their road course numbers and their oval numbers through their first 12 career road races. It wasn't close. You know, just for a while, it looked like that might just be his fate, a brilliant road racer, and not much more. But that's changed, and fast. 2 weeks ago, van Gisbergen finished 6th at EchoPark Speedway, a drafting track. Then on Sunday, he finished 5th at North Wilkesboro Speedway, a short track. Zoom out, and the numbers tell the real story. Van Gisbergen now has 7 finishes of 11th or better on non-road courses in his last 17 starts. His average finish over that stretch is 19. 3. His adjusted points plus is 97. Remember, 100 is Cup average, and his driver rating is 67. 4. Just shy of the 70-0 average. In other words, he's gone from a well below average oval racer to essentially a dead average one in less than a season. And what's interesting is where the improvement is coming from. His intermediate track numbers are better, but still below average. A 21. 6 average finish, a 77 adjusted points plus. But at super speedway and drafting tracks, and at short tracks, he's now comfortably above average. That's exactly the form he showed the last 2 weekends. Here's why that matters historically. Since 1972, only 2 other drivers ever showed real road course ability, then had a genuinely bad oval record, and then turned it around the way SVG is doing now. Jerry Nadeau back in 2000-2001, and Robbie Gordon in 2001 and 2002. Van Gisbergen is now the 3rd name on that list. The same pattern shows up when you look at driver rating instead of adjusted points plus. Only Michael McDowell and Robbie Gordon have made a similar jump, and SVG is right there with him. So what does all of this mean for the Chase? Van Gisbergen currently sits 14th in the standings with a 54-point cushion over Erik Jones in 17th, the first driver outside the cut line. And according to the Chase odds forecast model referenced in the article, SVG now has a greater than 90% probability of making the postseason. That would be his 2nd playoff appearance, but this time without a win-in ticket punched by road course dominance. That success is having a ripple effect on everyone else near the bubble too. With SVG looking safe, and with Joey Logano, who won at North Wilkesboro, also having strengthened his position, there is now only 1 Chase spot left where the favorite sits below a 90% chance of making it. Austin Cindric, currently 16th. That's setting up a real fight between Cindric and the drivers just behind him. Erik Jones, Ryan Preece, and Brad Keselowski, all competing for 1 fewer available spot than it looked like just a few weeks ago. Van Gisbergen, meanwhile, doesn't have to sweat that battle. With 5 races left in the regular season, NASCAR's greatest road course specialist is turning into a genuinely complete driver. So here's a question for you. Do you think Shane van Gisbergen keeps improving on ovals as the Chase gets closer, or does his road course dominance stay the bigger story? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this one, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to NASCAR Nation News. We've got more real talk on the sport coming your way every week.